What's up, y'all? You know who it is. It's your boy. Don't worry, Joe's here. Back again. I just want to make this video just to talk to you guys a little bit. We got a new setting. I'm outdoors in the nature and everything like that. So that's what's up. It's always interesting making videos out in the public. You got people going around or whatever, but we're not going to worry about them. What I wanted to talk about today was... Wait, what did I want to talk about? This video is going to be a little bit more edited because I'm a little bit all over the place. The different setting is messing me up a little bit. But okay, let me get myself together. Okay, got it. So what I wanted to talk about today was, you know how life really is like a video game, bro. But you know how when you play a game and you first start playing it and you got all the missions available to you, there's so much stuff to do in the game. It's like it has all these missions. There's a set path. It's easy for you to go after. You already know what you're gonna do. You do a mission, then you do another mission, then you do another mission, then another mission. But then eventually you get to the point where it's like there's not necessarily any missions left to do, but you can't really make any progress forward in the game. It's really like Spider-Man. The Spider-Mans that came out, you do the story missions that you do those consistently, but eventually it usually gets to the point where you have to do a couple of the side missions, a couple of the side objectives to keep progress in the game. That's what life is. It's easy when you have a set path for you to walk down. You have school. You just you graduated high school and then you go to college and then I don't know. You just have that set path, the easy thing to do. There's like a set goal in front of you to go after. But if everybody's gonna get to the point in life where it's like, dang, there's no set path no more. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it really matters. At that point, it's like, well, what are you gonna do now? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not even like a big set path like college or school or anything. Sometimes it's just like, okay, I want to make a lot of money in a certain amount of time. What happens when you have enough money and you're not really worried about, getting more of it in a certain set amount of time? Then what are you going to do? That's where the real you kind of, the real you has to show up. What are you going to do? Everybody, I need to get my summer body right, so I'm going to work out hard in the winter. Okay, what's going to happen when you don't plan on going to the beach or nothing like that? Summer's not coming up. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do then? Is that when you choose to just decide to sit on your butt and be lazy all day? You know what I'm saying? That's where, like, the true you really has to come out and you kind of figure out what's going on. And that's kind of the process, the place I'm in life right now, because I think, like I told you, last year when I was all fired up, I was doing my sales and everything like that. I was like, I was fired up, like, yeah, I'm gonna make such and such amount of money in 6 months. I'm gonna get promoted in 6 months, all types of stuff like that. But then it got to the point where, like I said, I lost the passion, lost the vision for, just making as much money in a quick amount of time or whatever. And like, also for my fitness, like, I'm not really tripping too much about, okay, I need to be a certain weight by this date. I don't have any necessarily big set goals in my life right now. And it's easy to, when you wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, I know I have my alarm for 6 o'clock in the morning, but I don't have anything I necessarily need to go after right now. So I guess I can stay asleep for a little bit longer. It's not going to be that big of a deal, right? I'm not trying to make too much money. I don't have to work no overtime. You know what I'm saying? I can just do what I do right now. I can just go home. There's no reason to work or come to work early, leave late, stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you, no, you still got to go and get after it when there's nothing to do. When there's nothing to do, there's always something to do. And these are the best time periods, because when I relate it back to life being like a video game, it's like, I was in the gym the other day when I thought about this, and I'm like, have you ever played a game where you have some people that just kind of do the bare minimum? They do the regular missions and everything like that and nothing else. And they might be like, man, this game sucks, bro. Like, what happened to all those features that they were talking about in the commercial? None of that is in the game. But they literally only do the basic missions. They don't do no extra. They don't do search for no collectibles or anything like that. Like, man, this game isn't even good. It's not fun. It's false advertisement. So that's like the people who be like, man, life sucks. It's not even good. We're just wage slaves and everything sucks. We're never going to progress. Love isn't real. You got the people like that. But then you got the people who look for the collectibles. They put in the extra work. They put more hours into the game. They search for the secrets and everything like that. They continue to level up their player. And they have all the cool stuff. You know what I'm saying? They have the best weapons, the best swords, and everything like that. And they're like, I don't know what he's talking about. This game is wonderful. I built myself up. My players fired. You know, I have a bad girl. I have a nice job that I actually like. I'm not a slave or nothing like that. Life is lit. You know what I'm saying? And this is where it comes to where when you don't necessarily have the set track in front of you, what you need to do. So it's easy to say, okay, well, I don't have necessarily any set big goals in front of me right at this very moment. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no kids that I had to just take care of every day. Don't have too many major financial goals or anything. I can kind of chill out. You know, body's not terrible. I'm not, you know, fat. I'm not in the risk of losing my life, so I'm just not going to hit the gym. But it's like, no, let me go hard so that when the time comes to where it is going to be, you know, when the time comes where I'm going to need the skills. Let me, like, how many can I say this? When the time comes where my skills need to be sharp so I can actually utilize them, even though I don't necessarily need them right now, I need to keep developing myself so when the time comes where I can actually utilize my skills and I can level up, it's going to be there for me. You know what I'm saying? Going back to that video game example, it's like the dudes be like, man, you know, it's like, here, I'll say it like this. It's like, okay, boom, you unlock being able to have a job when you're level 7. You unlock being able to have a girlfriend when you're level 4. You unlock, what's some other good stuff in life? You unlock, fitness when you're like level 6 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got the people who, okay, boom, let me just level up to level 5 real quick so I can get a girlfriend, whatever levels I just said. And then they have a shitty girlfriend and they're like, man, love sucks. This game is trash. Life sucks. There's no meaning or anything like that. And it's like, well, yeah, you unlock girlfriend at level 5, but guess what? The good ones aren't messing with level 5 dudes. You got to be level 15, 16, 17 to start to actually get some of the good girlfriends and everything like that. So you need to keep grinding the game. How do you get them? You need to grind the job that you unlocked. You can't just have a level 5 job, level 6 job. You need to grind to get you a level 12 job if you want a better girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? You have to grind. Fitness, you can't have level 6 fitness. You got to have level 15 fitness. You know what I'm saying? To start unlocking some of the good players. You ever play Borderlands where it's like you get the better weapons the more you level up and stuff like that? Life is the same way. You know what I'm saying? So you're sitting there, you're like, man, why is everything so bad? You didn't level up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you have to do extra missions to level up. You can't just follow the main story and get everything you need to get. Oh, I went to school, I went to college, and I got a job. Why is everything not good? Because you got the most basic. You only did the most basic part of the game that anybody can do. You got to start doing some side missions. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your experience points up. You got to grind the game a little bit. You can't just get everything you want just by, playing the game. And even back to the point where it's like, okay, what happens sometimes in the game, it might force you. There's no side mission, or you just kind of have to play the game for a little bit before it unlocks the rest of the story. Are you gonna sit there and just roam around in the game, free roam, not get no experience or anything like that because you have to wait? Or are you gonna say, you know what? I don't necessarily have a set goal in front of me right now, but let me go ahead and do some extra grinding and whatnot so I can have extra levels for when I do unlock the rest of the game. And that's the time period I'm in right now. And I like to relate it to, always got to throw some Bible in there for you guys, is when the Israelites were out in, when they were in the wilderness, where it was like, hold on, do I want to relate it to that? It doesn't directly correlate. Let me think. I don't think I can necessarily correlate it to that, but I will say it's like when God, like, how can I say it? It's like when God blesses you, maybe more like Job, when God blesses you so much, but then he kind of like takes a step back in a way, not necessarily, you know what I'm saying, and it's like he's not necessarily give you a direct goal, because God will tell you, boom, this is like, you'll have the clearest vision, the clearest path. This is exactly what I knew. These are the goals I need to accomplish. This is what I need to do. But what do you do when God isn't necessarily telling you specifically, like, do this specific thing? What are you going to do then? Are you just going to sit there? I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to wait for God to do what he does. You know what I'm saying? And then he's going to bless me and everything's going to be good. But you're not allowing God to bless you because you're not doing anything. You know what I'm saying? That's why God a lot of times has to come through and send us a trial or something so that he can pretty much force us to, you know, eventually we're going to say, okay, God, I must be doing something wrong. Let me come and talk to you and find out how to get better. So, you know, he sends a trial or something so you can actually get stronger. He puts you through something, makes you deal with something so you can actually get stronger, because you weren't getting stronger on your own. You had to be prepared for the next blessing. So boom, you could accomplish the goal and everything like that. Now you're just sitting there stagnant. Okay, I don't have nothing directly to follow, so I'm all good. No, you're not all good. This is the moment where you have to dig deep and you have to say, okay, I don't have a direct goal. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a direct fitness goal, a direct finance goal, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Or even for me, it's not necessarily I don't have any goals, but it's like all my goals are a little bit more long term. You know what I'm saying? And that makes it a little bit harder a little bit more, no, I'm not gonna say harder, I hate the word hard. But it's gonna make it a little bit more energy for me to be able to do what it is that I need to do. I hope this video is making sense, by the way, guys, because like I said, the whole point of these videos is just to get inside my thoughts. I know it's a little bit rambling, it's a little bit all over the place, but that's what I like about the videos. It gets to be raw, uncut. You know, nobody's really doing it on YouTube like that. Everybody's a little bit more, you know, straight to the point than me, the people I see on YouTube. But this is what separates me from them. So I hope you guys enjoy that aspect of what I'm talking about. But anyways, like I was saying, see, damn, I lost my train of thought. But like I said, this is the part where you have to dig deep and you have to grind, even though there's nothing necessarily directly ahead of you. You know, I can take a little bit more time. I don't necessarily have to do that right now. It's no big deal. Like, I mean, it's gonna take time anyway, so I can just wait. I have time. But you don't really, you don't know how much time you have. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just say, oh, well, I'm not inspired, so I can't do anything right now. You have to go, even when you're not inspired, you have to keep going, keep grinding at something so that you can continue to make progress. And so when the time comes where you are inspired, you're gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? You continue to prepare yourself and everything like that, so that when God comes, he drops the blessing on you, he drops the opportunity on you, you're going to be ready, you're going to be prepared for what he has in store for you, so you can do it properly and give him all the glory. So what I'm going through right now, like I said, all my goals are more long term. It's kind of hard to be inspired in the current, or not hard, like I said, not hard. It takes more energy and effort for me to get up out of bed, get in the morning and be fired up about life, because I don't necessarily have something where it's like, yeah, today I do this and boom, we go, it's fire, we're activated, you know, we're amplified, everything like that. Everything is more a long-term future goal. So what has to get me now is like, okay, I'm not necessarily super excited today, but I know in the future because let me tell you right now, what I'm working towards, the two main focuses that I have right now is this YouTube channel. Well, God, number one, always, you know what I'm saying? But everything I do to give God the glory. But this YouTube channel, and then learning how to play the guitar. Those are the two things my main focus is every single day. That's another thing too. Because I don't have one main just goal that I'm able to just lock in and have tunnel vision on, I have so many things that I could potentially try and do. You know, I like to read. You know, I'm trying to learn Spanish. I can play the guitar, I can do YouTube. There's so much stuff that I can do with my time. But that's why I'm choosing to lock in on these two things. Just two things that I can do every single day to get better. But the point is, okay, let me choose to lock in on YouTube and guitar. These are two things that take good amount of time to be able to build up and everything like that. So it's not necessarily like, oh, let me drop a YouTube video because it's not as simple and easy as, okay, let me drop a YouTube video because if I do X, Y, and Z, it's gonna get such and such amount of views. It's gonna blow up. No, this is something that takes a little bit more time. I can't force my way to you know, grow on YouTube. I can't really force my way to get really good at guitar. These are things that take time and practice. You know what I mean? So these are things where I'm they're things where it's like, well, if I didn't do it today, like if I don't practice guitar for one day, if I don't post one YouTube video, it's not gonna kill me, right? But when I look up in the future and it's like, you know, at the end, let's just say in the end of the month, when I look at the end of the month and I said, okay, I only posted every other day. I look up, I only have 15 videos. If I would have not had that mentality, I would have kept grinding, I'd have 30 videos up, more chances to blow up. Now imagine if you do that over a whole year, having 365 videos instead of 182 videos, or 182 and what, a half videos that you posted. 100 instead of having, you get what I'm trying to say. So it's about, you know, keep up the grind. You don't want to be disappointed in yourself in the future, because like, damn, if I would have just why did I not watch you? I mean, why did I not post YouTube videos? Because I just sat on my ass and watched YouTube all day? You know what I'm saying? I could have been doing big things. Why didn't I practice guitar? Now I'm sitting here still trying to learn the basics when I've had this guitar for a year now. You know what I'm saying? And I still don't know how to play no songs. It's still not a fun hobby to do. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. Like, sometimes the stuff that you do isn't necessarily going to be fun because you're not too good at it. You're very new at it. But you got to keep practicing. You got to keep going so that when you look up a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months in the future, you're going to be able to say, oh man, I'm so glad I put in the work. I'm so glad I put in the effort. Now I'm actually good at this thing, and it's a lot more enjoyable. It's a lot more fun. But that's pretty much all I had to say about that. You know what I'm saying? But life really is a video game. Continue to level up, even when the main story isn't necessarily progressing. Do the side missions instead of waiting for Lester to call you and tell you, hey, all right, the mission's ready. You were just in free roam bullshitting around. You could have done some side missions, got some extra money. You could have unlocked some new collectibles. You could have done something that you never even knew was part of the game. You know what I'm saying? You could have unlocked a cool secret. Oh, this mission was cool. You know what I'm saying? Because you did a stranger. I didn't even know the game had this thing. I couldn't even know I had that ability in the game. You unlock some special ability or something like that because you continue to grind. You continue to put in work. But if you just sit still, you know what I'm saying, and not do nothing in the game and just wait for the call, and then you do the next mission, you end up failing the mission 15 times. Now you got to go back and do the side missions anyway because you don't have enough XP. You don't have the strong enough weapons to do what you're supposed to do in the future. You didn't learn the special ability that would have made that part of the game so much easier. All right? So don't be lazy. You know what I'm saying? And just because you're not inspired doesn't mean you need to just sit around and not do nothing. Go find something to do. Go find something to level up. You know what I'm saying? It could be completely different from what your main goal and objective usually is or anything like that. But go find something to level up at, something to get better at, something that's going to help you in the future. That's really all I had to say, all right? So hope you guys enjoy the video. As always, you know, do the like, the subscribe, the comment, everything like that. You know, we got to boost the algorithms. But other than that, I'm out of here, man. Check you later.